lay out the schedule. Is it 2022? Is it 2024 for being back on the moon? And also help me understand. So Apollo 11 had the Saturn V rockets, had the lunar module, had the command module orbiting the moon. What's the similarity? What's the difference? How big is the SLS going to be? Is it going to be a lot bigger than Saturn V rockets?
Yes.
Can you give us, are we orbiting the moon with a command module, or are we landing directly? I mean, what's the vision? And then you have a minute left. Lay out the vision for Mars after
I can do it.
Can you do it?
Seconds.
All right, good.
All right, here's what we're doing.
Maybe the chairman will give you a couple extra seconds.
SLS rocket, biggest rocket ever built.
Bigger than Saturn V.
Yes, well, it's more powerful than the Saturn V. As far as like the feet high, I'm not sure. I'll tell you, it's taller than the Statue of Liberty. It's big enough. And then the Orion crew capsule at the top of that. Now, we would like to see that go around the moon uncrewed in 2021. When we go around the moon uncrewed, we will be able to do...
That's 2 years from now.
Yes, that's right. Uncrewed, and when it goes around the moon, we're talking about being able to navigate around the moon, to be able to change orbits, to do test all of the systems we need to test with the Orion crew capsule and the European service module. So that includes an international partnership right there. But then for Artemis 2, when we have crew on board, the vicinity of the moon still matters here. We're not going to be going to the surface of the moon, but with Artemis 2, we're gonna launch into Earth orbit with all of the metabolic systems for human life support, and we're going to test all of those systems in Earth orbit for a period of time. Why? Because we don't want to test them at the moon. Too dangerous with humans. So we're going to test them in Earth orbit, and then we're going to take that Orion crew capsule, and we're going to launch it on a free return trajectory around the moon. So that'll be the first time that we send humans to the vicinity of the moon, and we're looking at 2022, 2023 for that mission. And then, of course, Artemis 3, during all of these missions, we will be aggregating in orbit around the moon what you identified a command module. We want a reusable command module, one that's there for 15 years. So Artemis 3, we launch not just to the vicinity of the moon, we launch to a space station in orbit around the moon. We call it Gateway. It's a reusable command module, think of it that way, where we will have aggregated at the Gateway a human landing system. So our astronauts can go into the Gateway, get into the landing system, go down to the surface of the moon, and then back to the Gateway, and then back into the Orion crew capsule and come back to Earth. So that's the whole architecture for the 2024 lunar landing. It's eminently achievable. A lot of things have to go right. Of course, we have to get the budgets to achieve it. But if all of that comes together, which I think it will, we will be having the first woman on the south pole of the moon in 2024.